Hey guys, it's Miss Wiesner. To help you out on your quiz that I posted Friday and is due today, I know that some of you are just having some difficulty with solving equations with integers. I don't know what else to do. I've made the nice little chart or the rules, but I know that if you don't have a printer, you can't print them out. So I hope that you can copy them down on another sheet of paper or something. But use the LA is in the US. L means if you have like signs, you add and keep the sign. If you have unlike signs for the U, unlike, and then S means subtract. LA is in the US. And then up here, this I only did multiplication, but it works for division this same way. If you have a positive times a positive, the answer is positive. Negative times negative, your answer is positive. And if your signs are different, your answer is negative. That's the basic rule that you need to get down. And then I'll work out the problems A through J, and you need to copy these down and be able to type the answers into the little text box on the Google slide, and then you should have enough knowledge about this in order to do the left-hand side, and I'll give you some hints. Some of them are switched around, but I'll fix that for you and maybe make it a little bit easier so you can get this done today. Flip back and look at the rules there if you needed to. You can always... Okay, letter A is 6 times x equals negative 54. So I have to get the x by itself, and since I'm multiplying by negative 6, I need to divide by negative 6. So divide both sides by negative 6. That cancels out. My signs are the same. So for multiplication and division, if the signs are the same, the answer is going to be a positive 9. Because 9 times 6 is 54. And if you didn't remember, you could use these as much as you want. Letter B, I have x plus 7 equals 1. So I need to get rid of the positive 7. So the opposite of adding 7 is subtracting 7. So x equals, now I have, this is addition or subtraction, so I have unlike signs, that's a U, unlike signs, so US, unlike signs, subtract, so what's 7 minus 1? That's 6, and then take the sign that you have the most of. I have more negatives than positives, so my answer is negative 6. Letter C, x divided by 3 equals negative 3. Since I'm dividing by 3, I need to do the inverse operation and multiply by 3. So just do it like that. So x equals, and my signs are different, so my answer is going to be negative 9. And same thing with letter D. I'm going to be multiplying to get the answer. So x equals 4 times 2, which is 8. Signs are the same, your answer is positive. Letter E, you need to get x by itself, so you want to get rid of whatever is on the same side with x. So what's the opposite of adding 11? Minus 11 or negative 11, whichever way you want to think about it. So since I'm adding or subtracting, I'm going to do my LAUS. Do I have like signs or unlike signs? I have unlike signs, so I'm going to subtract, and that's 7, and I'm going to take the sign of the higher number. Well, I have more positives than I do negatives, so that's my answer, positive 7. Letter F, I need to get x by itself, so I need to get rid of this minus 3 or negative 3, however you want to look at it. So the opposite of minus 3 is adding 3. Add 3 here. So since I'm adding or subtracting, I'm going to do my LA equals US, or LAUS. So do I have like signs or unlike signs? I have unlike signs, so I subtract and take the sign of the higher number, which would be negative. So x is negative 2. Letter G, I have 4 times x equals 64, so divide both sides by 4. When I'm dividing, and if my signs are the same, my answer is positive. H, I did for you already. All right, letter I is x minus 5 equals negative 4. So if you are subtracting 5, the opposite of that is adding 5. So I add 5 here, add 5 here. So x equals, now do I have like signs or unlike signs? I have unlike signs, so I'm going to subtract and take the sign of the higher number, which I have more positives than I do negatives. So the answer is positive 1. J, I'm going to do the opposite of 11 times x, which is divide by 11. X equals, my signs are different when I'm multiplying and dividing. If they're different, your answer is negative 4. Okay, and before I sign off, I just wanted to show you that some of these on the left-hand side, on the numbered side, they are like written backwards. And so you could switch them around if you wanted to. So I rewrote them in case you wanted to switch them around to make it look a little bit easier for you to work with. I don't know. And then down at the bottom, these are the answers. So if you think about a typical matching assignment, you work out the problem and you get the answer. So one of these should be your answer to 1 through 10. If you do number 1 and you don't see any of these as your answer, then you've got a problem. Or if you do number 4 and you get x equals 6, well, that's the answer for another problem that you thought. Well, then one of those two problems isn't right, so you have to go back and fix it. So just take your time and just get through this. You guys can do it. I know you can. Okay, you just got to watch these videos. I can't do anything other than that. Okay? All right, have a good day. I hope you do well. Peace out.